subscribe to my channel and share. The reward is with Allah. Satan is pure evil. He would most like to see all of humanity burning alive. He leaves no attempt unturned to achieve his goal. Satan not only has the power to mislead a person, but he is still very knowledgeable. He knows some hidden things that a normal person doesn't know. One of these things is knowledge of some future events. In the near future, a person will appear who will destroy people even more successfully than Satan will mislead. This person who will appear in the near future will have powers that will bring the entire humanity a fitna that has never existed before. This terrible person wants the whole globe plunge into chaos, spread blood, suffering and terror. The Dajjal will cause terrible wars. He will be as swift as the wind. He will revive a dead desert. And in a desert he will bring forth fruit. And he can raise himself and the dead again. He is truly temptation personified. This person is called the Dajjal, the Antichrist. The Dajjal is the person referred to in the Bible as the Antichrist. His temptations are such that even the prophets of God warned against him. Before he comes, Satan tries to create a new world order, as people will joyfully accept the Dajjal of the Antichrist, as society's sins make them more susceptible to his lies. Those who do not fall into sins and have strong faith within themselves will recognize the false Messiah, because people with a strong faith will recognize the mark that the Dajjal bears on his forehead. Satan knows some future events, and one would think that we have no chance against him, but Allah did not leave us alone. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ showed us many signs of the arrival of the false Messiah, the Dajjal, and warned us about him. Here we present 5 prophecies about the arrival of the Dajjal. 1. Women imitate men and men imitate women. How frightening it is to see the prophecy unfolding before our eyes. In today's society, it has become completely normal when a woman dresses like a man or men use makeup. The woman is the new man. Hollywood, game consoles, the military, TikTok and Netflix are increasingly reinforcing this propaganda. Iron Man becomes Ironheart and Superman becomes Supergirl. Because of this propaganda, more and more women are enlisting in the military. Through this propaganda, Dajjal creates the people, and especially to inspire women to go to war. People should have no inhibitions about war, but can shed ice-cold blood. The tender wife and mother is supposed to become a merciless killer, be programmed. A society that supplies weapons, constant wars, and are generally pro-war are more susceptible to the Dajjal's propaganda. The Dajjal will be a warlord and will offer war as a solution if disobeyed. 2. Homosexuality. Islamic tradition repeatedly suggests that righteous Muslims will recognize the Dajjal because he has an inscription on his forehead with the words Kaf, Fe, Rah. These letters form the Arabic word kafir, which means unbeliever. But as for the one who commits such a sin, he is excluded from the fold of protection and does not recognize the mark of the Dajjal in his forehead. The Dajjal and his master Satan program society becomes a homosexual-oriented people. The greater the sins of people, the fewer recognize the mark of the Dajjal on his forehead. And the less they recognize him, the more followers the Antichrist has against the believers of God and against the Messiah Isa, Jesus alayhi salam. Homosexual people become more vulnerable to the Dajjal, and with sheer certainty they will accept him as their personal Messiah. 3. Illegitimate children. One of the things that can tear a family apart is an illegitimate child. Fathers, mothers, and children become depressed because of children born out of wedlock. Having children out of wedlock and out of wedlock causes depression in people, and thereby their faith becomes weak. Note that only strong Iman faith can save one from the temptations of the Dajjal. 4. Fornication. When you talk to older people, you find out that they had a hard time getting to know a woman or a man. But in today's society, and thanks to social media, it is easy to engage in sex outside of marriage. There are even apps where people can meet up. and even young people know each other better with these apps than older people. A sinful society tends to accept the Dajjal as its messiah, since such people will not recognize the mark either. 5. Distribution of alcoholic beverages. Statistics showed that the consumption of alcohol reached a new high from 2010-2019. Musicians, corporations, media, and societies that relativize the consumption of alcohol are more susceptible to the Dajjal's seduction. For we remember that only a strong faith protects one from the temptations of the Antichrist. These were just a few prophecies about the Dajjal and his coming. The time is near. We or our children could witness the arrival of the Dajjal. We must warn people about these false messiahs. Therefore, share this video to your families and friends, so that they are warned about Dajjal. Support my channel. Subscribe to my channel. There are more professional videos coming about the Day of Judgment, end times, Dajjal, jinns, angels, Freemasons, political videos, and much more. Star Moon Islam is Allahu Sunnah wal Jama'ah. Thank you for listening and may Allah reward you for it. Ameen.